my dream for years was to paint while traveling because I travel a lot. I love it. And I was visioning like, wow, that would be cool if I could just paint those beautiful places I'm traveling around, But it never happened until now, until our recent vacation with my husband, when actually I painted a lot. And now as I'm looking back, so I understand better the difference, like why I was not able to do that before and what helped me to paint on this trip. So I'm going to share with you three tips or three changes I made that helped me to make my dream come true. Okay, so first of all, you need to plan everything. And before, I thought that my plan is just to take as much creative stuff as possible so I have more options, and just if I will have time, so I will paint. And it never happened because we when I travel alone, it's like full-time job. I'm still doing something, and there is never like free time for just if I will have time. There's no such a thing. There's still something going on. And when we travel with my husband, so I'm more free in like I don't need to manage everything because he takes care of everything. But again, he just we have a program because he planned his program, not his, but it's out together. But it's when you are on a trip, you just want to see as much as possible and experience as much as possible. And I can't blame him even with this because even if he tried to be supportive, like he was like, okay, so you know what, now I go to take a nap and you can do whatever you want, you can paint. But I was just when I was not prepared. So it was, and I have so much stuff, and there I need to take so many decisions because I was not prepared, and it was even the time pressure. Like, okay, so now I have roughly 1 hour, and I need to choose. Okay, am I going to use watercolors or pastel or something else? And then what I'm going to paint, and I was searching for some referral picture, and it took a lot of time and a lot of stress, and mostly I just didn't even start, and it was draining my energy, all this pressure and decision making and everything. So what I did now, I planned time blocks when I'm going to paint. Like, okay, every morning, while my husband will work a little bit, so I will paint. And even while he will have his Italian language lessons online, so that's my time. So this way we had a time together, but also I had my time when he has other responsibilities, and it worked perfectly. And I knew that every morning I'm going to paint, and that's it. And in the evening, it was planned in advance, the time. So I knew when I'm going to paint. And another thing was I made a lot of decisions in advance. So I didn't take everything for creating. I decided, okay, this time I took charcoal because it's and this is also important to be realistic with like what you can use, how much space you will have, or how much time, and also what is like easy for you? Where do you feel less resistance? What is the most joyful for you? Because when you are out of your comfort zone, out of your routine, there it just takes a lot of energy. You need to, figure out everything in a new place, and you do a lot of new things. So be realistic even in this. So I decided I will take charcoal because currently it's like I just love it to play with like creating a form using only like shades and values. So I took this, and then I took watercolors because it's just practical, and it's, you know yeah, you can paint a postcard with watercolors. It's just quick. Yeah, so I took only this, and that was it. So I needed to make only I need to decide only, I had only two options. And I also prepared a folder or a file with a few referral pictures. And so I also didn't have so many options. I didn't need to scroll for a long time. I just had like these five, and then I just, when I took my own referral pictures in places we visited, so I just have limited amount of referral pictures, so it was easier to choose. So yeah, this is another thing you need to plan in advance. And the third tip is like keep your boundaries, because for me it was like I had kind of scheduled time when I'm going to paint, and I just painted at the time. And one day my husband tried to change the program because he finished his work like sooner than expected. So he was like, oh, now we could go even in the morning and you can paint in the evening. And I was like, okay, but very fortunately it was raining at the time, so it was like, okay. So but then I realized like, no, it's not even his fault, but because the temptation was big, we were in a beautiful place in Italy, so it was like very tempting to just do a longer hike or something. But I realized like, no, I need to keep my boundaries. Like, okay, this is my time, like scheduled time for painting. I'm going to paint, and the program is after. I will just do what I'm committed to do. So yeah, so even if you travel alone, as I do many times, and I just didn't, yeah, didn't find time because I didn't plan, didn't keep my boundaries. So yeah, this is it. And I can even show you what I painted. This is very easy. No, this one I painted before, but yeah, this is what I love to do while traveling, like paint postcards, and I just do a quick sketch with liner like this. This is not finished yet. It's the most difficult part is the last details, and I don't want to overwork that, and I always have a lot of resistance, like fear that I will mess that up, and I kind of like it. It's not finished, but I'm afraid that I will spoil. So yeah, so the finishing is the most painful part for me. This one not finished yet. Never mind. And then I try to like do some like new style because I thought it would be easier, and yeah, it kind of is easier and quicker, but it it doesn't feel like me. I watched the tutorial on YouTube and it looked fun, and but it's just not me. I like this one because it's like more, I don't know, I more resonate with it. It feels more like me. Even this one, here it is. This one is also not finished, but yeah, but I was enjoying a lot to doing that. So and also I try to like I try to not criticize myself and have more compassion with myself, because it's always, I could do like paint more and I could, but no, this is the first time I succeeded, like I made it happen, and so okay, it doesn't matter. It's not too many of them, but it's just a good start. I figure out how to do that, like how to plan and how to, so this is an important step, and I need to remind myself that I need to celebrate my wins. So, and yes, this is a big win for me. And hopefully, please let me know in the comments if you also used to paint or at least draw or sketch while traveling, what helped you to do that, or if you are not doing that, what do you think stops you, or if this advice was helpful for you. So yes, please let me know in the comments. Okay, that's all for now. See you by the next video. Bye.